that, which is insanely cheap compared to Rockefeller funding, you can see that the trolls are all gone. It's like, and everybody's like, yeah, it's great. And then they're like adding to the conversation. It's like, it feels like spring is coming. It's not just like a winter thaw. Emperor has no close bit. NASA has no closes. Well, I mean, I don't even think about NASA anymore, really. Like, NASA's so, like... People are like, you ever think NASA might be fake? I'm like... Like, do you think your, like, penis is a pear? Like, how crazy is that? Our
The
family's
Earth is
crushing out next to
apparently
the
a
Bears.
oblate spheroid.
Thanks for the diamond. Sir Owen, question. How is the new year going for you? I mean... Are you not listening to what I'm saying right now? I mean, I just said it's like the best time ever.
Hey, Andrew.
I'm now angry.
Good to see you, buddy.
2020 vision all around. Yeah.
Been a long time, bud.
It's like
How you
drawing out people's real nature. Like the fact that MSNBC anchor said the LA niggers. I've been waiting my whole life to see someone on mainstream news say nigger. And it finally came. And I've just been on cloud 9. Some trolls pay the toll. NASA is a really expensive carnival show. Yeah, but I'm not even mad at it. Like, I'm not even like, why isn't anyone seeing it? Because enough have. Like, I have a few thousand people here that want to talk gravy. I don't need critical mass. I don't like politics. I don't like power. This is great. Like, we already got it. Like, thousands of people are here just being like, yeah, right? So I don't even have the feeling like that I have to wake up the masses. I'm like, I have my
they're so good.
I think I would have been a good
I feel like cashews.
small tribe warlord. Like middle of the road warlord. You know, like mom and pop warlord, but like a little bigger than mom and pop, like, you know, not McDonald's. I'd be like, you know, like In-N-Out Burger. Big Bear makes onions cry.
I've had
some of us need
once.
better hearing, vision.
People swear by it, but I make a better burger.
I think the ultimate crew is like 10,000 people. It's a great size, you know, and then because everybody's crushing, getting it, very creative, but it's not so big that you have
MLB
to just constantly be like,
baseball for you.
well, they said they destroyed the technology.
In Philadelphia tonight, it's an NL Eastern Division showdown.
I much love everybody.
Between the
I'll see you guys
Miami
tomorrow.
Marlins
Goodbye,
and the Philadelphia Phillies. Major League Baseball on the show starts now.
Banned Spicoli Bear too. That's hilarious. Zodiacal Lights Bear. Reservoir Bear. Tempest Fugget Bear.
Top up and coming pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 97. Overhand curveball from
I've played this game
might have the
3
best
times because I
right-handed
forget to
curveball
save
from a
it.
starter in baseball.
Gene Segura standing in, and you can see he really enjoys hitting here at Citizens Bank Park, which is not a shocker. It's a good place to be a hitter. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. The first 4 games, they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
Rico features one of the biggest yackers in the game.
What's up, brother?
Got a ton of movement. The 0-2 once more. Line toward the gap.
That's not the way it's supposed to start. 0-2 count. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, after the leadoff knock right there, you know what they say. You get that leadoff guy on.
I don't buy it.
Done. He usually comes around the score, but let's tip our hat to the pitcher. He set the tone in the top of the first, retiring him in order.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this
Sweeping
one.
curve inside.
Gary Simmons.
Oh, come on.
This Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Already in trouble.
You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
2-0 count for pitch.
Already in trouble.
it's a base hit into center field. The run is in to score, and they take
You know what?
an early 1-0
That's fucked up.
Boy, that has to
I
feel
played
good
this
as a hitter.
same
Get
exact
that
game
base hit to give your
3
team the lead.
times
Yeah,
because
you
I
feel good
failed to
when you
save
get
it
down
after I
first
win.
base.
That's just a nice approach. You see
And now I
him
got
turn to
this
his boys
bullshit.
right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking
Is that a
just
home
a
run?
bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's
I gotta get out of this jam.
most hitters are looking for fastball.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Popped him
Oh,
up.
thank goodness.
Riddle into shallow left, but it's the third baseman who
Water.
gets there to make the play. And there's one away now. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, I appreciate the way Bryce Harper plays the game. He comes into this one among the leaders in slugging percentage. How about top 5 in the National League? I love watching him when he comes up to the plate. There's an electricity about him. He's got power and he's got that swagger that you just can't miss.
Line drive to left. O'Neal is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and digging into the plate, the Texas native Nick Williams. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. That's a strike to throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
I'm gonna strike this guy out. Get out of the inning. There we go. Now we're on. Let's fix that issue. 1 run. We live in the blue eye of a giant. His pupil is the black hole you see as the source of all light. It's beautiful. That is beautiful. Like a dome, right? That's really cool. Hey, thanks for the ice cream, Bruins Bear. I appreciate that, bro. How about pasta, man? MVP. Yeah, I usually stream Norbs, and Norbs talks about the realm in which we live in, whether it be a blue eye of a giant. That's pretty interesting. Some say it's a turtle, right? I don't know. It stands on pillars and it has a firmament. That's all I know. Thank you for the lemon, Andrew, and thank you for the ice cream, Bruins Bear.
Possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup.
What if the firmament is like a fisheye? Well, yeah. It's like a dome fisheye, like a lens, for sure, yeah. And that's why we see a curve when we look up. Well, right, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially since we see that, like, ring around the sun off the reflection of the dome. And then when we get those nice humid mists, we get the rainbows, which you would only be able to see if you were encased in like a glass water dome. Like inside, you can't see a rainbow inside unless there's like water, like a glass and like some type of like mist. It's not happening inside.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
He's not gonna run.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Had him guessing
All
that
right,
time.
I'm gonna
as he
strike this
barely
guy
able
out
to
right
foul
here.
it away.
What pitch should I throw?
Herrera on at first, nobody out.
I'll wait a little bit. I'll have a cashew. Which pitch? I don't know. I think I'm gonna throw a sweeping curve. As we talk about the curve of the earth. Yeah, I'll go with the sweeping curve.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do
how he
some
hit
damage
that.
with it. That was a missed
Sweeping
opportunity.
curve low and outside. Yeah. I think now I gotta go high.
Fouled away.
I'll go back down. Maybe I can get him inside with a sinker.
Right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things.
That would have
off.
been a
He's gonna
great
miss
strikeout
over the heart
pitch.
of the plate at some point.
All right.
And he could only battle for so long as he's finally
I
set down here after
you
an
called it
8-pitch
Bruins
at-bat.
Bear.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And I'm locking in today on outfielder Tyler O'Neill for one reason, people. This guy is absolutely jacked. I mean, probably the most shredded guy in the game. Light tower power.
All right, easy,
and
buddy.
offers his manager some
I
versatility in
pumped
the
him up.
outfield
Gave
as
him too
well.
much confidence talking about how jacked he was.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the
It's
middle.
all right.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan.
Pitcher.
Sent it back right where it came from.
Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
He's gonna bunt.
Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2.
There we go. Perfect.
The bunt attempt.
Perfect.
Madera is there, and he makes
get
the
out of this
catch for
inning.
the out. Settling in now, Gene Segura. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. 1-0 the count.
Here we go. If you fill a balloon with a little water and a lot of air, then drop it. When it reaches free fall, it creates a concave circle of water with a concave circle of air in the center.
Two men
True.
are on with 2 men out.
Pressure highest at the waters and lowest at the center. At the center of it all, brother.
Here's the 1-0.
Very informative.
Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball.
Thank you, just another fool. You gotta get a D-Live account. We're all hanging out on D-Live.
Here's the 1-1.
My network connection kind of got screwy.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come
All right,
up
we're
with it,
okay.
and 2 runners advance.
We're okay.
Now they're both into scoring
I can
position.
go outside the zone right here.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike
It's
3
that high
anyway, and the
heat.
inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We play.
I love this song. Primus is the shit. The best. Love cashews.
Digging in, Nick Rico, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Nick Rico.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1. Marlins are still on the lookout for their first hit of the ball game.
How are you gonna call that, Ump? How are you gonna call that?
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and
Gotta be
that
good.
will retire the
But I'm a
side.
pitcher, so it doesn't
Miami
really
down
matter.
in order. They trail this one. At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. As we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The second baseman.
Runs up, one down.
Hernandez.
But a foul ball here, 0-1. Barehanded at his ankles. Hit 1-1. Fields it cleanly.
Oh, that was
And
fair.
Stephon
Fair
first
ball.
himself for the out. So one gone here in the Philadelphia third, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Phillies' first baseman.
Yeah, country gravy.
So nobody on.
I love Primus. It's great music.
Called strike
Thank
on the
you,
inside,
Walt.
and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front
There we
hip
go.
curveball, he's going to go to it.
What's
all
up,
game.
guys? NL adopting the DH.
And that ends the inning.
I would
Down in
enjoy
order.
that,
They lead it 1-0.
but I don't think so. I got Frizzle Fry on vinyl. You have so much good music, man. So much good music on vinyl. Yeah, you're inspiring me to go out and get a new vinyl player. I told you about my old machine, but it's buried right now. It's huge. It's like the speakers are like 4 feet tall. I'll lug that into my room.
Digging in, Nick Williams. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, they froze him on a good changeup. Tough one. If you got good arm action, and this pitcher certainly does have good arm action out there, tough to decipher between the fastball and changeup. He's got to be willing to stay back and take the ball the other way.
A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on
That's
and
what's
missed
up right
for strike
there.
number 2.
Oh, man. He just tied him up in
Yeah.
knots right there.
Now I'm settling into a groove. Starting to feel the flow of the game. We're in the 4th inning. I only allowed 1 run. I think I can come back here.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring us
It's a shame I played this same exact game maybe 4 times.
The first pitch.
Just because I haven't saved it after I won.
1 strike. Bases are empty.
Mike
1 man.
Penn. The song is Faith No More. The song is Midlife Crisis.
Now the 0-1. Here's a strike with
He's
the
been
breaking
giving
ball.
me that, and I love it.
Not looking good after being
That
down
outside.
0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and
Curveball.
get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from him.
Into the box, Mike Elton.
Wow.
As the first pitch to him's a changeup. He can't find the zone. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0.
Well, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 with a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher.
Oh,
If you
thanks,
have
man.
good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in
I'll
your
look more
off-speed
into it. I've definitely listened to them, but I haven't bought any albums, and I didn't know. I don't know much about Faith No More. So any music tips, I'm appreciative
In
of.
front of the changeup, and
Thanks,
he
brother.
can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count. It's ball 4 anyways.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Alright, guys, this is it.
The next 3-2. Line to the right side, but foul. Another full count pitch home. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Getting into a little trouble. Just when I got cocky.
So runners at first and second here with one away. And up next, the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. The 0-1 on its way.
1-1.
And that misses 1-1. Pereira over at second. Ponto.
There we go.
First with one away. The second for one. Throw to Bohr. They get the double play, and the inning is over. So
That's big.
no runs.
That's
on
really
no
big.
Hits, no errors, and one man left on. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jared Eichhoff. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they face. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
A 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Phillies pitcher. Boy, good
Here we go.
action to that pitch.
Gotta strike out the pitcher.
Now at the plate, Gene Segura, 1 for 2. He singled and scored the game's only run back in the first. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is taken high above the zone.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And the 2-1. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw gets him 2 down.
73 pitches in the 5th. That's not good.
Cesar Hernandez, a hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark.
I gotta keep throwing my cutter. Sometimes I get away from it. There's so many options.
Scoring position with 2 away. So some life with 2 away as he's into second with the
Wait, what
opposite
happened?
field double. And as our
That was a
graphic
double?
will illustrate in terms of team.
Wait a minute. I thought I got an out. What was that?
For Philadelphia, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
What? Dude, what? Who are you? Oh, definitely not Paul O'Neill. What? He stopped moving. He got called off. That was ridiculous. And that was a double?
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
Are you kidding me right now? That was...
He's set. The 0-1. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the
That's
brakes
fine.
on here as they didn't want a chance
I
at
can get
even
out of
with 2
this.
outs.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, as a pitcher. This ball absolutely scorched. Actually hit so hard that it wasn't able to drive a run in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I know that ball was hit on the line. Surprised the third base coach held him with 2 outs.
Reese Hoskins stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Ready on 0-2, and it's fouled away. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Phillies leave a couple, but they're on top 1-0.
MAGA turns on Bolton.
Ken Kroger will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 25, Ken Kroger.
Former allies turn on Bolton as book Royals, Washington.
There are other witnesses.
What does
I
this
think
idiot
it's,
say?
increasingly likely that other Republicans will join those of us who think we should hear from John Bolton. And whether there are other witnesses and documents, well, that's another matter. But I think John Bolton's relevance to our decision has become increasingly clear.
Huh.
Hi, Billy. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm a fellow native Los Angelino, so I just want to ask,
she have a
first
beard?
of all, this loss of Kobe.
Oh, enough. Enough. This is just bullshit. Bullshit. Got any real news? No. Facebook, Google, Twitter scrambled to stop misinformation. Whatever that means. Video of Taliban claims shot down your CIA officers. What? Roman Polanski tapped as best director. This guy's a known pedophile. He still makes movies? This guy's still making movies? So he left America, and now he's just allowed to just make movies? He was in Rush Hour 3? I don't know. They're all gonna go down. He's a war hawk. Absolutely. What's up, Rahomo? Yeah, won't step foot in America. Sketchy, dude. What do I gotta do to be, to get my chat? Do I gotta put my chat in Firefox so you guys can't see my chat? Because that's unprofessional as a stream guy, a streamer. So what's the deal with Angela Merkel being Hitler's granddaughter? Or better yet, daughter, right? Hold on, I gotta log in. Buffalo Bear, thank you for the follow. I gotta log in. Oh no, I don't want to hear my voice. Nope, get this out of here. That's crazy, man. Carnage. It's all like creepy shit. The Tenant. Where he finds himself drawn into a rabbit hole of dangerous paranoia. I just don't get it. Ah, there it is. There you go, guys. We clicked on one of his movies, a random movie. And here we are. Plain as day, right in plain sight. It's almost as if, like, I don't even have to do this job. It's too easy. Look at all the heads, alter egos, trauma-based mind control broken up into the monarch butterfly alters. they did a lot of that symbolism in the movie Eyes Wide Shut, and also Alice in Wonderland 2. I'm sorry. Close the PS4. Apologize for that crazy sound. Let's put on some music. The Tenant sounds like a terrible movie. Look at that painting. That's a gangbang. It's a gangbang right there. Enjoy your snack. Weird. Okay. Okay, here we go. What? This is strange. Alright, let's get out of this Roman Polanski rabbit hole. What's this? I can't stand the Daily Star. I'm trying to find the video. Was that video? Footage? I don't know. It looks like it was just placed there and then lit on fire. Oh, no. No. Yeah, there's the... Yeah. Nicholas Bieber. The Taliban has claimed a passenger plane that crashed in Afghanistan was actually a U.S. Air Force jet. It deliberately shot down. Yeah, I'm not buying this. This looks really fake. The jet came down in the country's eastern Ghazni province. Or is that Josny? Have you seen this? Wow. That's disgusting. But like it happens, right? This is what they do over there. I don't know, maybe that's just what they're showing us. Selective programming, right? Thoughts. Veteran who attempted suicide overcomes demons to become Playboy cover thought. What, she just gets breast
Harry
implants?
and Meghan tell me that they will now spend most of their time in North America. So I'm sorry, Harry and Meghan. The royal officials tell me that Harry and Meghan will now spend most of their time in North America, but that it will be reviewed in a year's time. But honestly, I think...
So they only went to Canada so they could be in America? Or no, North America as in just the continent. Okay.
They really are heading off into their own life. And, you know, guys...
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Here we go. Here's a good one. Trap humans on... Oh, it's the sun. I hate the sun. I'm not accepting cookies. Elon Musk launching another 60 SpaceX internet satellites. Fury over space junk grows. It's all fake. It's all fake. This is all fake. Some experts are worried they will create an impenetrable wall of space junk. This is all fake. Who's the expert? Who are they even talking about here? Fuck this. This is gay. That is bait. Look at this garbage. They're putting together all this shit for what? As many as 60 satellites. So it goes up in a balloon and it what? Takes pictures. They've got all of these telescopes and they can't realize that it's pointing right at the firmament. I think they do realize it. But the dumb, like the lower level ones are just told, oh no, that's what that is. That's space. Fuck that. Madonna cancels 10th show. Just admit she has AIDS. We get it. We get it. She has AIDS. Here we go. This is some quality content. Australian woman dies in cake eating contest. This is the content I like to see. Not that she died, just the fact that this even exists and this is a headline. You know, I pray for her family. It's terrible, but hey, if you're going to be in a cake eating contest, you got to pay the price. Let's see here. A woman died while taking part in a cake eating competition to celebrate Australia Day. What about cakes are Australian? Is like, you work another 10 day? No, today I was off, but I had a lot to do today. And at the end of the day, I treated myself because I got so much done. I went and I saw the new Star Wars movie at the local theater for $7 with the free popcorn. It was excellent. I had a fun time at the movie. But yeah, this is my only day off until next Monday. And then again next Monday. I'm doing 12-hour shifts for the next 6 days. So it should be fun. Oh. Let's see here. Let's watch some more. Paramedics were called to a pub. Oh, they weren't even like at the scene. Like usually when they do these competitions, they have like a paramedic on call, like right there, or on site. Paramedics were called to a pub in the state of Queensland. Medical incident. Public broadcaster ABC reported the 60-year-old had a seizure, shoveled a lamington into her mouth. Oh, that's what a lamington is? Cube-shaped sponge cakes dripped in chocolate covered in grated coconut. Later died at the hospital. Wow, maybe she was diabetic and she didn't even know it. Maybe an allergic reaction? That's terrible. Yeah, their deepest condolences isn't going to bring her back to life. Oh, that's just terrible. They should have had an EMT on site right there.
Day celebrations on Sunday saw thousands of people flock to Sydney Harbour and Indigenous ceremonies. But
I heard those bushfires are caused by like drones and shit. People just burning with the flamethrowers. Here's the Independence take on it. They have a video. Oh no, just a photo. Alright, that's sad. let's move on. Let's see here. Let's get some music going. Made for me, huh? My daily podcast? No. Let's do my mix. There we go. What else we got going on in the news today? She fractured her spine after car ran red light. Uber said she signed away her rights to jury trial. What? When you download Uber's app, you agree that you're older than 18, that you're not using a stolen credit card to pay your driver, and if you're like one Philadelphia woman and fracture your spine in a Center City car crash, if Center City is a mess, that you won't seek a jury trial against the rideshare giant. Oh, okay, so that's in the fine print. But a Philadelphia Common Pleas Court judge has ruled that because Uber can't prove that Julian Kamanosh actually read the company's terms and conditions before she signed up, or rode in the car that ran a red light, she can't be forced to settle her claims behind closed doors. Sitting in the backseat of an Uber, Kamanosh was more than halfway home. Suffering a fracture to her spine, the concussion and traumatic brain injury, Kamanosh sued Uber, its local subsidiaries, and the driver, requesting a jury to determine her payout. But Uber argues in court documents by approving the rideshare terms and conditions. When she downloaded the app in 2013, Kamanosh had already forfeited her right to a jury. Okay, I guess that makes sense because that's how legalities work. Which sucks, but hey, agreeing instead to resolve any legal disputes only through binding arbitration, which forces users to waive their rights to sue and settle matters privately. You are just a mindless drone, a number to these people. Proponents of arbitration say that it's faster and cheaper than court, but critics say it revokes a consumer's right to public take action against the company. Absolutely. Our entire judicial system is founded on a trial by jury, said Kamanosh's lawyer. Yeah. Yeah, that's really messed up. Keep talking. We can't keep talking because people are retarded. That's the problem. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't have much to talk about today. I had a good day. I got my car cleaned out. I got a new holder for my phone at the car wash. It's excellent. I'm hyped on it. I got 3 different air fresheners. I'm psyched on that. Keeping your car clean is very important. Eric Gordon drops career high 50 to lead shorthanded Rockets. Yeah, the fact that Eric Gordon is on a team with Russell Westbrook and James Harden is pretty insane. They should have already won a championship by now. They got Clint Capella, and they got a good coach. No excuse. Especially this year when the Warriors aren't in it. Trap humans on Earth. That's ridiculous. You can't leave Earth. Auschwitz survivors warn of rising anti-Semitism 75 years on. Well, stop being a victim and peddling smut. Oh, look at these losers. My Holocaust. Oh, typhus. I keep seeing these wizards walk around my town. It's like, what are you buying? Get out of here. Stop buying shit. Leave. Did you learn a new fact today or teach another person? I was alone all day and it was beautiful. I was in my room. I was cleaning. I didn't learn much. I learned that, I don't know, I watched Star Wars, so like there's some messages in that movie that are pretty good. They didn't like simp to the audience. They did what they wanted to do and they did it right. I feel, hey, everybody's got an opinion about Star Wars, you know, but I just watch it for entertainment. I don't really care anymore. Do not be silent. Do not be complacent. Do not let this ever happen again to any people. What about the Armenians? Louder. Crowder. Auschwitz did not descend from the sky, but Lucifer sure did. Because if you are indifferent, you will not even notice it when you're upon your own heads and upon the heads of your descendants. Another Auschwitz descends from the sky. Oy vey. You never know. Yeah, they know their time's up. Their time is up. Definitely don't want to listen to John Lennon right now. What do we got? Zappa. Alright, I'll let that roll. Distorting the history of World War II, denying the crimes of genocide, and negating the Holocaust, as well as an instrumental use of Auschwitz for whatever purposes, is tantamount to discretion of the memory of the victims. Truth about the Holocaust must not die. We shall peddle this lie for as long as we live. Right, Shlomo? Yes, Mooley. I don't trust Frank Zappa, but I like his music. I have no graves to go to, and I know my parents were murdered here and burned. So this is how I pay homage to them. Maybe they died of typhus and had to burn the bodies. The anti-Semitism is coming back is not the Jewish people's problem. It's all our problem. It's the nation's problem. Because we have the Samson option and we'll blow up the world, right? If you don't know what the Samson option is, look that up. May we make a pledge. We stand united against hate. I think that's just backwards speech. We stand united against anti-Semitism. We stand united against xenophobia and racism and any form of bigotry. These are all just saying we don't want you to say the truth. Because if you do say the truth, then we'll just equate these terms to what you have to say. So like if you take scripture out of the gospel, it can now be called by the state anti-Semitism. Through Facebook too. Facebook bans certain scripture because it's anti-Semitism. Solidarity in the face of hate. That's what it's always in the name of solidarity. Guess what? I don't want solidarity with anyone besides my family. I don't want to link up with anybody peddling some Saturnian lie, a Talmudic Zoharian Kabbalist lie. Kabbalistic. I need a water. Can you just give me 1 second? My beautiful babies. Let's see here. We'll go with the be right back. Hi. I don't like wings. This is a good song. Alright, let's get out of this Auschwitz shit. Let's see what's on BitChute. I haven't been on there for a little bit. Oh, did you notice I got the goatee going?
Oh shit! It's Kobe Bryant!
Help me.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
Pass. These were Shaq's.
These were Shaq's anyway. Yeah. Is that it? Is that the only one? Two? Lame. That's funny though. To have that years before he died, it's almost like the Illuminati set it up, like Prince. Oh, here we go. Kobe Bryant was an Illuminati blood sacrifice. That's exactly what I was just looking at and talking about. I was distracted by the toboggan to notice you shaved your beard. Yeah, man. I don't even know what toboggan you're talking about.
In the water. In addition to our firefighters hiking into the incident, we had one helicopter.
Why is this music?
Flying to the incident with firefighter paramedics on board. Those paramedics were hoisted down to the incident early into the incident. They did a search of the area for survivors. Unfortunately,
9 people died.
All the survivors on board were determined to have been perished.
All the survivors?
Firefighters and hand crews worked to extinguish
all the
fire
survivors?
while carefully preserving the incident for investigation. I'm currently...
This guy have autism?
Ongoing. I would like to turn this over to my sheriff to continue the press briefing.
I'd like to welcome you to this Chronicles. This is about Kobe Bryant and what just happened to him. What a tragedy. And the sad thing about it is his daughter.
This is a wireless headset.
Was this an accident or was this a hit?
Like a beanie?
Was it a sacrifice?
A
In this Chronicle,
like
we're going to go beyond
like
enemy lines to
beanies.
find out what happened to Kobe Bryant.
What happened
People
to Kobe
most
Bryant?
It was a Illuminati sacrifice. And guess what?
Probably was. I'm not, you know.
I have the proof.
Oh, this guy's got it going on. He's got the proof. Within days, this guy, Batman. This is Black Man, Black Man, Black Man. He black. Yes, it's a beanie. Weird word.
Me in the occult numerology.
Well, if you remember Kobe's origin story, he was gonna be a rap artist. He was trying to rap, and he got drafted by, I think, Philadelphia. And I think he was talking to Tupac at the time.
These numbers represent something. There's a form of magic.
Oh, here we go with the numerology and gematria. I don't know if I can take this, guys. Let's just keep watching for a little bit.
Behind the numbers. And people, everyone in Hollywood, everyone is in the industry. In the entertainment industry, you're not going to be big unless you sell out. Now, what does number 8 mean in the occult? It means the life path. 8. It suggests that you entered this plane armed to lead. direct, organize, and govern. You are very ambitious and goal-oriented. You will want to use your ambition, your organizational ability, and your affectionate approach to carve a satisfying
picture there. It burst into flames on impact, starting a nearby.
people. Who is running the Lakers now?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Kobe Bryant died before the awards, people. Now, these awards are ritual ceremonies.
Perhaps.
Around this time when these awards take place, believe me when I say babies and people are sacrificed. Do you remember when Whitney Houston died? Which was a high sacrifice for the occult or synagogues of Satan. When Whitney Houston died, news of her death coincided with the 2012
Yeah, we're getting
Grammy
some
Awards,
dropped frames.
and was featured primarily in international media.
How we doing now? Better? The show went on. Oh,
You see, this man died on this day of the awards. The awards takes place tonight on the 26th. He died before the awards, people. Just like Whitney Houston.
The music awards?
Death coincided with the 2012 Grammy Awards. Tonight is the awards.
Like, I know it's like a
This
a ritual
man
killing.
was sacrificed in this award ritual.
So what I know
You see,
about Satanism is that in this time there's a lot of blood sacrifices. There's like a calendar. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Satanic ritual calendar. They're gonna be like the NSA is gonna be like, what is this guy doing? Oh, here it is. I got it right here.
His jersey.
All right, so if we go to January 20, what is it? The 25th he died? Or 20, was it yesterday? 27th? Abduction, ceremonial preparation, and holding of sacrificial victims for candle mass. Type, sexual and blood, female or child. So his daughter died. Usage, oral, anal, vaginal, human sacrifice. Yeah, human sacrifices, January 20 to 27th. Let's see. Look at all this crazy shit. So now they'll be doing casting of spells on January 29th at St. Agnes Eve. What does that even mean? St. Agnes Eve. Let's do some rabbit holing. Agnes of Rome, a virgin martyr, venerated as a saint in the Roman Catholic Church, the Anglican Communion, and Lutheranism. She is one of the 7 women who, along the Blessed Virgin, are commemorated by the name of Canon of the Mass. So what happened to her? Plot? What is this, just a story? Oh, it's a poem? Oh, it's a poem. I don't want that. Here we go. Beautiful young girl from a wealthy family, Agnes had many suitors of high rank, and the young men, slighted by her resolute devotion to religious purity, submitted her name to the authorities as a follower of Christianity. So, because she denied all these guys, these gammas had her murdered or something? Let's see here. The prefect. What is a prefect? Varying definition, but essentially refers to the leader of an administrative area. Sempronius condemned Agnes to be dragged naked through the streets to a brothel. What? In one account, as she prayed, her hair grew and covered her body. Okay. What did these sacrifices do? I guess we'll look into this. I think they allow things to happen based on dates, times, and numbers. I may just be me. Oh no. Yikes. Yeah. Imagine praying so hard that God grants you your hair growth to protect you from being raped. Oh my goodness. Okay. It was also said that all of the men that attempted to rape her were immediately struck blind. The son of the prefect was struck dead but revived after she prayed for him, causing her release. See, the angels protected her. There commenced a trial from which Sempronius recused himself, allowing another figure to preside and sentence St. Agnes to death. So she was sentenced to murder for other people trying to rape her. She was led out and bound to a stake. Oh, I don't even know if I want to keep reading this, but the bundle of wood would not burn. Wow. The flames parted away from her, whereupon the officer in charge of the troops drew his sword and beheaded her, or, in some other text, stabbed her in the throat. It is also said that her blood poured to the stadium floor, where other Christians soaked it up with cloths. Agnes was buried beside the... Oh man, that's just terrible. So God saved her, and then she was murdered for being saved by God after she was saved by being raped after denying men the opportunity to wed her. This is insane. Her skull is preserved in a separate chapel. So, okay, this is where the Satanism comes in. It's the disembowelment of purity. That's what it's about. So if we go into this satanic St. Agnes Eve casting of spells. Unreal. Let's see what else. February 2, Candlemas, Sabbat Festival. Candlemas. Feast of the Presentation of the Eucharist. Blessed Virgin Mary is Christian Holy. Okay, I get that. But they do the same thing, but to blood, animal, human sacrifice. Satanic revels, sexual, oral, anal, vaginal, 7 to 17 female. See, the 7 to 17 that's what it's about. St. Agnes was young. 15 to 33, Druid Feast Day. What do they eat people? They eat people. Unreal. Eids. I'm unaware of what this is. Edie's Entertainment. Okay. Not what I was looking for. Ides of March. We all know what Ides of March is. Eads in Satanism. Yeah, abortion is Satanism. They're doing it every day. May trigger. I don't know what Eads are. Maybe there's a video. Do you know what Eads are? Babylon, Jerusalem, and the seat of Satan. What? This is crazy. All right. Socialism and Satan. Oswald Chambers.
Man was the end of the 6 days' work.
True.
In God's plan, the whole of the 6 days' creation was meant for man. The tendency nowadays is to put the 6 days' work of creation above man. Men and women are far more concerned about dogs and cats than about human beings. It is the reverse of what God made it. The whole purpose of creation in God's plan is man. There is not only the tendency to exalt animals above man, but there is the new speculation of the Superman. That is, a doctrine which holds that man, as we understand him, and as the Bible reveals him, is not the climax of creation. But there is a higher race yet to be called the Superman, and that man is as inferior to this
Man
being
wants to build that.
that is going to be as the ape is to him. Now all through the New Testament, Jesus Christ foretold, and the Spirit of God foretold, that we were going to have the, quote, worship of man installed, and it has begun already. It is in our midst today. We are told that Jesus Christ and God are simply ceasing to be of importance to the modern man. And what we are worshiping more and more now is humanity, and this is slowly merging into a new phase. All the, quote, up-to-date, unquote, minds are looking towards the manifestation of a Superman, a being much greater than the being we know as man. 2 Thessalonians 2 gives us the picture of the head of this great expectation. He is to be the darling of every religion. There is to be a consolidation of religions and races and everything on the face of the earth, a great socialism. The ethical standard for the Superman claims to be higher than Jesus Christ's. The tendency noticeable already is that people object to some of Christ's teaching, such as loving your neighbor as yourself. They say, that is selfish. You must love your neighbor and not think of yourself. The doctrine of the Superman is absolute sinless perfection. We are going to evolve a being, they say, who has got to the place where he cannot be tempted. This is all an emanation from Satan. Man is the climax of creation. He is on a stage a little lower than the angels.
You know, he made a good point there by saying, I'm just going to back this up a little bit. Let's see, loving your neighbor as yourself. But they say that is selfish. You must love your neighbor and not think of yourself. And that's a good point, because I always try to, you know, if you end up not thinking of yourself and you just love your neighbor, then you end up not treating that person as you would treat yourself, and you will let them go into pits of despair, and you'll just be like coddling that person and trying to make them feel good instead of telling them how things can be. So you're actually hurting that person and lying to yourself.
Say, who has got from Satan? Man is the climax of creation. He is on a stage a little lower than the angels, and God is going to overthrow the devil by this being who is less than angelic. God has, as it were, put him in the open field, and he allows the devil to do exactly what he likes up to a certain point, because God says, I know that he who is in you is greater than he that is against you. That is the explanation in our own spiritual life setting. Satan is to be humiliated by man, by the Spirit of God in man, and by poor fallen beings too, like we were, but all by the wonderful regeneration through Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Man is the head and the purpose of the six-stage creation. Man's body has those constituents in it that connect it with the earth. It has fire and water and all the elements of life, of the life of animals, and consequently, God keeps us here. It is man's domain, and we are going to be here again after the terrestrial cremation. Hereafter, without the devil, without the sin, and without the wrong. We are going to be here, marvelously redeemed in this wonderful place, which God made very beautiful, and which has been played havoc with by sin, and creation is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Yeah, the sons of God, that's what we are, and he is the Son of Man. Of all of us, one. It's a pretty impressive clip. That, let's see, Christ's conflict with Satan. Yeah, that's 40 minutes. We'll go into that another time. Oh, these evangelical meetings are hilarious. Oh, Bobby Lee. Let's make fun of these dorks.
Literally free. Yeah. Right? And so if we're now editing and listening to a board or groups of people going, you can't say this and that, then we're not exercising our right to say whatever we fucking want to, bro. Right? So it's like, fuck that.
Yeah,
Theo
fuck that,
Von.
dude. What were you talking about again? What was it?
Chink in the chink.
Chink in the ink, dude.
Yeah,
Chink my ink.
And where Chingy is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chingy, yeah. My point is, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get it.
And you know what not to do. So the guy what is that?
Chingy right here. Oh,
I've never heard of Chingy. What is he?
He's
You
saying
were
right
there.
there.
Right there.
Oh, he's a cutie pie, huh?
He was a guy who was giving directions to somebody and they just put a beat to it.
I didn't even know what that joke meant, but it was funny.
Right there. I like it when you do that right there. He was good, man. Chingy's good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's been producing. He's got a beautiful picture of his children there.
Yeah, I don't do. That's the thing. I don't know much about the rap game.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up listening to rock and roll, and that was strictly that. So I feel shame. The other day somebody says you got to listen to Notoro Big.
Mm-hmm. Notorious Big, yeah.
Notorious
Big Nakatara, and I listened to her album, man. It was real fucking hip hop, bro. It was good. The flavor was good. Streets. No, like I was listening to Notorious B.I.G. for the first time, ever, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Right. And
This
I've been
guy's
listening
been
to
going
like
for a while. This guy was on Mad TV.
Ja Rule?
He's so
the
fucking
guy that
weird.
died.
He's a manlet.
That was friends with Beaks.
Beyonce? No.
No.
Oh, I know it is. Shane Randolph?
That's him, dude. Shane Randolph, dude. That guy.
I don't know how he's got a wife or like a permanent
I
girlfriend.
think I saw him one
I have
time.
no clue. Money in a good
Not in
apartment.
person, but there's something I wanted to ask you about, Bobby. So,
I like Theo though.
What's up?
Yeah, rolling in here with this fucking fake
think
ass
he's trying to
haircut,
figure
dude.
it
That shit's
out.
kind of weak, you know.
Bro.
Calling him out.
Bro.
Yeah, of course you're gonna say it.
We went. I say that's just something I say.
I know
bro.
you do.
I know you're
a precursor.
You shifted, huh?
I did shift.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Why?
I did shift because you came in here. Here's a question right here from somebody who's obviously from the past, dude, from the 17 or 1800s.
Shifted.
Obviously.
Oh shit, he's from the Revenant, bro.
And
Yeah.
his name is Grimy Gruz.
Yeah.
Yo, Theo, you gonna let this fucking guy show up with a mullet on your show? Fuck is up with that, dude?
Oh.
Listen, why don't you ask him while he's there when he's gonna come through and do a show in the Rotten Apple?
Listen.
Get Bobby down to New York. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right?
Yeah.
Love what you guys do. Keep it up. Gang.
Gang, bro. I will say this: Big J Okerson is taking much better care of himself these days. I will easily say that.
Yeah,
dude. When are you gonna go places, man? What is your fear of going places? They want you in Europe. You're like, I don't know, man. Something. I'm in an anthill. This guy wants you.
Yeah, fuck that guy though. That bada bing,
Big
bada bing,
J.
yeah, man. I don't give a fuck
Okerson.
about that guy, man. Look at his lips, bro. They're so luscious.
Yeah, that guy's a legend, bro.
Yeah.
He takes care of his skin.
Oh shit! If he was a woman, I would eat his pussy. Look at that little.
There's
lips.
Bobby Lee being
So
gay as
juicy.
fuck.
My point is this, dude. I don't go.
Does have a nice head.
I don't go, bro, where I'm not wanted.
But you're wanted, Bobby.
From one guy, bro. From one guy. Let me say this, dude. When I was in New York 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I played.
Oh wow, bro.
Gotham.
Get your calendar right, dude. Did you buy a cheap calendar from someone?
No, bro. 4 years ago, I went to Gotham.
You're like, I was there for George
George Foreman. I'm gonna say
George
this, and I
Foreman.
did 5 shows there. The fucking third show, 6 people showed up.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm not gonna go there and
They don't like
humiliate
Asians
myself.
too much in
They
New
want
York.
you in Ireland, bro. They want you in
Canal
London.
Street is just
They
a
want you in
shithole.
Afghanistan. They want you in Qatar. They want you in. They do. They want you in Cairo, brother.
Or, how about this, friend? I will go to these places.
Okay.
But the consequences, if no one shows up, is going to be very deep for you, bro.
Bring it on, dude.
No, dude, I'm being real, dude.
Bro, just say you're me. They're already, dude. If you're over there, you got my haircut. Just take it, man.
This ain't
take it all.
forever, bro.
You want the
Just
studio?
say
Take
you're
it, man.
me.
This ain't. You know what my next one is going to be,
good.
bro?
What?
Dreadlocks, friend.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
I love that.
I'm going to do a dreadlock thing, you know. I'm going to look like.
They're just going overboard with that shit. He's just killing him on the mullet. Elon Musk. You remember this episode? Oh my goodness.
AI doesn't de facto separate.
Oh, he's talking about AI. This is great.
That could be a good outcome. That could be quite a positive outcome for the future.
So instead of replacing us, it will
Look at
radically
that gay
change
shirt.
our capabilities.
He's sweating
It
bullets.
will enable anyone who wants to have superhuman cognition.
So he's talking about implants, like brain implants, superhuman cognition. That's like if something drops. And it's like Spider-Man. It's like being Spider-Man.
Anyone who wants. This is not a matter of earning power, because your earning power would be vastly greater after you do it. So it's just like anyone who wants can just do it. In theory. That's the theory.
Yeah, salmon.
And
come on.
And if that's the case, then
He doesn't have the complexion or
and
the
let's say
height for a salmon
billions of
t-shirt.
people do it, then the outcome for humanity will be the sum of human will, the sum of billions of people's desire for the future. And
But
that
billions of people with enhanced cognitive ability, radically
Yes.
enhanced.
Yes.
And which would be, how much different than people today? Like if you had to explain it to a
Joe
person
is so lost.
who didn't really understand what you were saying.
That's why he's asking that question.
Much different. You
Explain it like I'm
you say
5.
radically improved. Like, what do you mean? You mean mind reading?
It would be
Do you mean-
difficult. It would be difficult to really appreciate the difference. It's kind of like, how much smarter are you with a phone or computer than without? You're vastly smarter, actually. You can answer any question if you're connected to the internet. You can answer any question pretty much instantly. Any calculation. Your phone's memory is essentially perfect. You can remember flawlessly. Your phone can remember videos.
So he's saying
pictures.
that we're going to be able to put in a data, I would say like a separate RAM drive into your brain that you would be able to access memory on almost anything instantly, just like a Google search engine. Like we do normally in our heads, but this will be more precise. Sounds creepy.
Perfectly.
Sounds very
That's
creepy.
Your phone is already an extension of you. You're already a cyborg. You don't even. Well, most people don't realize they are already a cyborg. That phone
Like
is
an android?
an extension of yourself.
That's why they call it
Just that
Android.
The data rate, the rate at which of the communication rate between you and the cybernetic
why they call
extension
it
of yourself, that is your
iPhone.
phone and computer, is slow. It's very slow. And that is like a tiny straw of information flow between your biological self and your digital self.
So they're going to connect an
And we
encyclopedia
have
to
make
your
that tiny
brain.
straw like a giant river, huge, high bandwidth interface. It's an interface.
So he's
problem.
going
Data rate
effectively change
Solve the data
learning
rate problem.
so that you don't have to
And
work to learn.
I think we
The
can hang on
learning will
to
just come to you.
human-machine symbiosis through the long term. And then people may decide that they want to retain their biological self or not. I think they'll probably choose to retain their biological self.
versus some sort of Ray Kurzweil
Yeah, he's
scenario
talking
where they
about
download
like
themselves in-
Alita Battle Angel and the Surge, like the whole idea of becoming a cybernetic organism, like so I have a terrible elbow. I don't know if you can see that, but like my elbow, that bone is totally out of place. It's still fine, like I can move it. It hurts a little bit, but if they told me that they would be able to just, cut around here, remove the top part of my arm and the bone, and give me like a Luke Skywalker arm that I can feel and move, hey, if I had $400,000 to $1 million, whatever, however much it takes, people are going to pay for that shit.
into a computer.
You will be essentially snapshotted into a computer at any time. If your biological self dies, you could probably just upload into a new unit.
Wow. So it's
Actually,
just...
Pass that whiskey. We're getting crazy over here. This is getting ridiculous.
Down the
Grab
rabbit
that.
hole.
Grab that sucker. Give me some of that. This is too freaky.
A rabbit hole.
See, if
I've
I
been
was just
thinking about
talking to
this
one
for a
of my
long time, by the way.
I've been looking at rabbit
If I was
holes
talking to
all
one-
day
cheers,
today.
Cheers. Yeah, this is great.
I was even looking at... Owen had a rabbit hole. I searched white rabbit and this came up. The internet is weird. That was his old segment that he had. Here we go.
This world. And it's surprisingly hard
John
to prove
Thor.
that the world is a sphere. People wanted me to talk to Savant.
Maybe that wasn't it. Hold on. Where is it here? I'm surprised Owen doesn't still do the internet is weird. Or maybe he's not allowed to. Maybe somebody owns that. Yeah, that's probably what it is. He's not allowed to continue that because it's owned already. That sucks. Coffee. The coffee one's good. But this is the one I was...
I find it a really helpful and useful exercise to break the habit.
Damn it, which one is it? Oh, you know what? It's probably in my recents. Yeah, that'll... Hey, I'm live. Look at that. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Owen Benjamin, the host of The Internet is Weird. Today, we go down a rabbit hole about rabbit holes. It's basically the movie Inception.
And another salmon shirt. If you call that, that's red. That's more red than salmon. That's salmon.
But the meaning of rabbit hole changed after Alice fell in it. The Matrix is a remake and Morpheus is the rabbit. Keanu Reeves is Alice and the Queen is Agent Smith. Rabbit holes are caused by hallucinogens like peyote. Some say they're good for you. It can treat cancer, OCD, or anxiety. But others say effects are permanent and the chemicals
I could never do peyote. No way.
But researchers
Freak
at
me
Johns
out.
Hopkins are asking shroom users, have you seen God? Timothy Leary loved LSD and he coined the phrase, think for yourself. Ironically, he stole think for yourself from Marshall McLuhan, who actually thought for himself. Marshall predicted the internet in 1962 in the Gutenberg galaxy. He believed the medium was everything, and separation a fallacy. Nixon called Leary the most dangerous man in America. Leary was sent to Folsom Prison, which was probably super Scarica. It was Scarica. Nixon was a Quaker. Quaker oats are good for ya. William Penn is on every box of Quaker oats. He was a Quaker and he founded Pennsylvania. Leary wanted mini Edens orbiting the Earth, and his ashes were shot into space.
Definitely not
At
as
West
bad.
Point, he was a plebe, which means lesser than. So I dug into the case. Julius Caesar was the leader of the plebeians. He spoke for the masses. And the dude who funded Caesar's campaign was a rich guy named Crassus. So I looked into Crassus. Apparently Crassus's whole business plan is he would set fire to a building and offer very little to no money to buy the building, and in exchange he would put the fire out. Basically, he was the first guy to ever have a fire truck, and he made like $1 trillion on it. But he was obviously kind of a dick.
Dude, how could somebody put this together? He's so good.
But technically everyone is. We all share a common ancestor from as little as 2,000 years ago. Everybody alive is 16th cousins across all races. We're bros.
We're bros.
Rabbits have 1 to 14 babies per litter, and gestation is only 28 days. 2 rabbits can make 184 billion rabbits in 7 years.
That's crazy.
Rabbits fuck a ton.
That's crazy.
Marshall McLuhan is the hero of the story. He kind of raised the bar. So many people have copied that dude. I've never even heard of him, but I'm pretty sure the tree of ancestors and Avatar was his idea. I'm tripping balls right now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and comment about anything you want me to explore. Because remember, there's interesting stuff about everything.
I'm tripping balls right now.
There's a great business plan for someone to invent rabbit condoms.
Unreal. Dude, I
Hi,
never even saw these. Who owns this? Wait for it.
Vendor is healthier than a porn vendor, according to my therapist or people who love me. Let's go down a rabbit hole. Someone sent me a vid of 4 midgets running against a camel in a relay race. So I Googled, how fast can camels run? Should I be impressed? What's a camel's pace?
I've never seen a camel run.
They can get up to 16 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
They can't keep that speed up for long.
Yeah, this is all new to me.
17 days without water. But why was this video
I think this was like 2 years ago.
random? Urban Dictionary
Let's see.
says, can a camel
2015. It was a while ago. Owen looks much thinner, and this is probably when he was working with his brother.
This is obvious type phrase.
Or like right at around that time.
Phrase obvious, and I've never heard it before.
It's a shame he got kicked out of that that
Why
town.
a camel? Why a relay race? And why 4? Midget is actually offensive. They prefer to be called little people. I had no clue. 4'10" and under is a little person, including Snooki and almost Tom Cruise.
True. He's like
So turns out,
5'6".
midget being an offensive word dates back to Barnum and Bailey and his Circus Freak Show.
Here we
There's
go.
a little guy named Tom Thumb that Barnum found because he was so small, and he was like, everyone look at little Tom Thumb, the midget. And everyone felt bad for Tom Thumb, but it turned out Tom Thumb and Barnum became really good friends because Barnum saved him from a fire, got him rich, got him a hot wife, and then little Tom Thumb ended up living out his days in the Thimble Islands, not named after thimbles, which would be funny because he's named Tom Thumb and he's tiny, the Thimbleberry, which looks like a raspberry. Dwarves aren't little people because little people, or the M word, implies proportionality. And apparently a white dwarf is a collapsed star with high gravity.
Apparently.
Whoa. So I listened to
This
an
is what I
audiobook
feel like at
about
like
the science of the movie Interstellar.
3 a.m.
Black
every night.
holes and wormholes.
Rabbit
white
holes.
dwarfs, and
Look at this asshole.
space-time ship dwellers. So according to the laws of physics, tall people age faster
Yeah,
and faster
he's
than
doing
our
a lot
short
better
little
now.
friends, because taller heads are farther away from the gravitational center, and time and space bends. I'm 6'7". I'm fucked.
Now he's 6'8".
So dwarves should be thankful. They age slower than the tall. And they don't get bad backs, bumped heads, and no one's like, hey man, do you play basketball? I'm like, no, I'm a comedian, I suck at basketball. Fuck you, man. And in the
That was
end,
his
who cares?
Wikipedia page before they slandered him.
From a singularity. How is that possible? How can something come from nothing? Can Stephen Hawking explain it to me? Camels
That's clever.
are also gregarious, which turns out just means social in nature. I had to look it up because I didn't know what gregarious meant, but it just means social in nature. Why the fuck not just say social in nature? Why say gregarious? What are you trying to prove? Thanks for watching my informative spiral. Subscribe, comment, tell me where you want me to go next. We learned about camels, the M word, and the fact
Kratom
that because I'm
is
tall,
illegal.
my
I
head
don't even
is
know what that
aging
is.
faster.
Get any requests? video requests. Oh, this is Novak, Brandon Novak. He's hanging out with Bam, but Bam's still a addict.
What's
Whereas
happening? I'm
this guy
Brandon
bailed-
Novak.
Bailed
Some
on
of you guys
drugs.
might know me from those movies Jackass. You might know me as a former professional skateboarder. You might know me from those TV shows Viva La Bam. You might know me as the author of that New York Times top 10 selling autobiography addiction memoir titled Dream Seller. But what I am is a person in long-term sobriety. I'm in recovery, and I keep that first and foremost.
This guy's
Throughout anything I
always
do,
trying to fix Bam up, and Bam
because
just
I've seen
throws
in
him
my
under the
story,
bus.
In my experience, what happens when I put my sobriety
Starts talking
second.
about his past and how
lose it
he's the
all.
bad
And I don't
guy,
even lose it
but
all,
Bam's
I
the
give
bad
it away.
guy.
You know, I hear people say I lost the career, the wife, the kids, the home. I didn't lose anything. I gave it away happily and willingly. As a matter of fact, I can take you to the street corners in Baltimore City where the new owner still resides. You know, that's the reality for an alcoholic like me.
You don't want to get
Who you're
caught up
looking at now,
in
what you
drugs.
see and what you hear is not what you would have saw or what you would have heard 2.5 years ago when I walked into my 13th inpatient treatment center. Had lost
13.
count of outpatients and detoxes. My mother had bought me a plot. People had taken life insurance policies out on me, and I was on life support for 7 days. Did things in life that people equate to success and happiness, things that most would dream of doing. In
This is
reality,
just
on
depressing.
paper, a very successful individual, a
Oh,
millionaire
I got
3
one for you.
times over at the age of 23.
This guy's hilarious. This guy makes good videos. Pine Dip presents. Uh-oh. Balled off.
Some money's missing.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Phil?
that's sad. Man, I just think that's terrible.
You're not being honest. It smells. I smell it like a drug sniffing dog.
Seriously? I mean, are you kidding me? You know me. I give more money. I donate more money than was stolen. I swear to God, I didn't do this.
Joe knows.
Get your shit together and stop being crazy.
I didn't do this, and you're saying I did.
This is crazy.
Screw you.
It's not fucking normal. Obviously, a very disturbing pattern. That's a pretty significant thing.
I mean,
There might be something wrong with you. Where do you see this going? Force yourself. Be accountable.
Now, in all honesty,
how did this happen?
Oh, God. This has become a serious, serious problem. I'm so depressed. Everything is so out of control, and I'm high on drugs. You know, I need to stop doing that. I don't
shit,
need to
Phil.
I need to not let myself get away with that. You know, how do I feel about myself? I mean, is there stuff I need to resolve? I mean, what am I saying to myself? I took like one opioid, one pill they gave me in the hospital. It was that easy. And they're very expensive. Heroin's cheaper. So I'd start taking heroin because it's cheaper.
Oh, Phil. Come on, buddy. You're losing
I
it.
don't do that anymore. So I got it. I'll never do that again.
It's very hard to get past the memory of you being crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
This is so believable.
You need medication.
It's a great edit. Yeah, the music is perfect. It's so good. What else you got?
Is like AI one of your main worries in regards to the future?
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. tried for years. I was at a meeting of all 50 governors and talked about just AI danger, and I talked to everyone I could. No one seemed to realize where this was going.
It's almost like it's so hard to wrap your head around it. By the time it already happens, it'll be too late.
It will cause damage or death. This is the normal course of things.
Or do you think it will replace us?
It feels like we are the biological bootloader for AI, effectively. We are building it. And then
Disastrous.
we're building progressively greater intelligence. And the percentage of
It's true,
intelligence
though,
that
like-
is not human is increasing. And
Well,
eventually,
that's not.
we will represent a very small percentage of intelligence. We're all feeding this network without questions and answers. We're all collectively programming the AI. All the humans that connect to it are one giant cybernetic collective.
We're in almost like a doomsday countdown.
100 seconds to midnight, buddy.
This time frame is not relevant to AI.
Yeah,
It'll take
big
10
time
years
Twilight Zone.
From the point at which it's dangerous.
Oh, I miss Twilight
It's too
Zone.
late.
I used to watch that all the time.
So you tried to warn people. You talked about this.
Nobody listened.
No one.
Nobody listened.
Maybe they will. So far, they haven't.
Dang. Oh my god.
So is that a joint?
He's roasting that with butane.
I mean, it's legal, right?
Such an idiot. Use a hemp wick, dude. This is beautiful. It's so good. It's so funny. You didn't inhale. You could still.
I'm not a regular smoker of weed.
How often you smoke it?
Almost never.
I feel like my brain is just popping and it's on fire. You look great. What are you doing?
This is crazy.
Look hot as fuck. You know what you're doing. I know what you're doing too.
We should not do this.
Ooh.
This is actually how it went.
This is crazy. Stop bothering me.
Like it's a fresh stream of love. Like you're getting right up to the source as it comes out of the earth. Just a little.
No. No, that.
Just a person who likes sex and is just alive.
This is so perfect. This is actually Joe Rogan.
What the hell? That was annoying.
You gotta just let it go. This is what people do.
That would be very, very weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, it'd be pretty weird.
Once you get used to the feeling of it, there's actual benefits to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
If you ever get confused, call me.
Martin Old Scroat. Unreal. That is too funny. Let's see what else we got for Pink Trip. Dr. Phil, Joe Rogan takes advantage of Duncan. Oh no, I can't stand Duncan Trussell. His voice is awful. Oh yes.
One way to not do very well in any hierarchy
One way
is to have a low IQ.
Kermit the Frog.
Between 2000 and 2012, the rate of abstinence.
It's Kermit the Frog, dude. Between 2000 and 2012.
Fell by.
Surely there's something funny coming. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
We beat the optimistic UN target by 3 years.
Keep it together. Try to stay present. Chimps were like squirrels. You'd be fucked.
The fastest growing economies in the world are in sub-Saharan Africa.
I get, you have this thing, but it's gotta be fun for the other person to hear.
I have to go deep into my mind. Humans have the largest dicks, though, of all the primates. If there was as many people, or chimps as there were people, it would be chaos.
Where's the meaning? The meaning is in responsibility.
Giant dick.
Yup.
Those are 1-inch dicks. Big dick is a big target. You're out there living in the fucking jungle. You want a tiny dick with a pee hole so small that one of those little ball-eating fish can't swim up there.
I'm glad I have the X tag on.
Bare-chested, riding a horse. Dudes with giant dicks, you got a green light. Wow, that's fascinating.
You absolute son of a bitch.
I don't know what the fuck is what. What is happening?
Transcend your current wretched and miserable self. Someone as insufficient as you might be able to manage it.
No.
Oh, well, no, we can't have a discussion about that. Look at all the things about yourself that need to be burned off, that need to be dispensed with. That might be like 95% of you. Just has to go up in flames.
I don't understand, like, why...
If I've identified you as a predator, you better look the hell out.
Why do you mean that?
You end up dead.
There seems to be a non-acceptance or a resistance.
Damn right.
Some of the things that you've said has been it's very strange to me.
You're a potential rapist.
I don't even know who the fuck you are.
Who's got the problem? It's you.
I'm struggling with. I want to.
If your kid is fun to play with, then what happens? Kids line up to play with him.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's wrap this up.
But now here we are, ready for the moment. President Trump to address the nation in one of his biggest speeches ever.
I'm pleased to inform you the United States will immediately impose nuclear breakout all throughout the world. The time has come. Peace and stability cannot prevail. Those days are over. The civilized world will not be tolerated any longer. As long as I'm President of the United States, the American people should be extremely grateful and happy. Thank you. We will make America stronger. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Indy trying to stay alive. Munger keeps them alive, and Munger scores. He's in for the touchdown. First down and touchdown.
So now the last time they kicked off, they kind of faked an onside kickoff, and the Bucs had to take a timeout. This next kickoff is not going to be a fake of an onside kick.
No fake, because they're only down to one timeout plus the 2-minute warning.
Watch this block here of Detron Smith right here. He's going to come in right there. He gets Nate Webster, knocks him out of the hole.
With the score 35-21. And Vanderjagt with a high hopper, and leaping up in the air is Bashir, and he has it. Idris Bashir is able to come down with a perfect high hopper by Vanderjagt, and here comes Manning again. They have one timeout plus the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, did that thing high hop or did that just come off? I mean, because that ball was way up in the air, and Bashir really went up and got this one.
Ooh.
I don't know if that ball skipped hop or just kind of skipped. I think maybe he just skipped it.
I think he did.
Look how high Bashir got in the air to get it. Woo!
Beautiful. From the 42-yard line, Manning. There's a flag, and that's caught by Troy Walters. He picks it clean. Tampa offside.
You're going to be covering jumps like that pretty soon.
Absolutely. Jump. Normally when you see a kick like that, it hits the ground, he skips high. Beautiful. 1st and 10, 43-yard line. Manning throws, caught, 1st down. Marvin Harrison rolled down by Tim Wansley. 3:22 and counting down.
And this is where, you know, all that stuff, calling the play at the line of scrimmage and all those things that Peyton Manning does really pays off here when you get in these kinds of situations.
Swing it out to Williams. He'll run out of bounds. You know, you look back at the Colts, the last time the Colts won a Monday night road game, they were in Baltimore. And in 1978, they went to New England, and that was the night. Remember, Joe Washington runs back a kick in the rain, and Howard Cosell goes, "What a football game this turned out to be," after he trashed the game the entire night.
I remember that.
I may have to bring that line out again. 2nd and 9. Here's a flag.
That's on Tarrant Glenn jump, the left tackle, and they killed that play before it snapped.
False start. Number 78. Offense. Still 2nd down.
This crowd, not the same crowd that was here an hour or so ago, but they're doing a pretty good job. Listen to them.
Yeah, we're down to less than 50%. 2nd down and 14. Manning hit from behind as he throws, caught. That's Williams making the catch, 27-yard line. 3rd down coming up again. One timeout on the 2-minute warning for the Colts.
Yeah, again, this is really paying off now, calling that play at the line of scrimmage, because not only is Peyton Manning used to it, but the offense is used to it.
3rd and 8. Manning throws, and he leads Clark too much over the middle, so it comes down to this now for Indianapolis on 4th down. Manning buying time, throwing, finding the open man. It's Harrison for the touchdown, and they're down by 1 score.
And they didn't get the rush. Peyton Manning got what he wanted and found Marvin Harrison, and now we need another onside kick.
So Harrison scores his 2nd touchdown on his 9th reception, and after the onside kick, they go 58 yards in 67 seconds.
Yeah, watch where Marvin Harrison is. Usually he's on the right side. Here he's not only on the left side, but he's on the slot. Now again, that was no huddle, so he was on that side, so they just told him stay there. He runs a crossing pattern, then once he gets across, he gets depth and just turns it up. Peyton Manning is watching Marvin Harrison all the way. I tell you, that defense of the Bucs is so tired. Watch Simeon Rice here. I mean, he doesn't even rush. I mean, he just stands there and let Peyton Manning throw the ball.
So I would say it's like 80-20 they can onside kick it, but not 100-0.
Yeah, and then the clock will stop after they catch the ball. Change of possession, that stops the clock. 2 minutes clock stops the clock.
And they try it here. It's a bouncing ball. It's loose again. And, well, the Colts all say they have it. No signal yet from any official.
The officials are in on the pile.
Tampa Bay has it. Aaron Stecker comes up with it.
Watch this. Instead of going to one side or the other, they just kick it straight up the middle, and then they get in a scrum. Watch. Boom, 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 boom. Ball flying all over the place between guys' legs. Wonder where or how the Tampa Bay guy came up with it.
Right, because Derek Brooks was the first guy, and there's his torn jersey as well, 55 coming in there. And then when he loses it, it looks like there were nothing but white shirts in there. So now again, the game is not over for Indianapolis. They can take a timeout here. They'll take the timeout. The 2-minute warning gives them another timeout. Then it's going to be third down, assuming they hold. Take a timeout here. Stecker gets stopped. There's your timeout.
Let's try another one or a different one, and maybe this will work too. I agree with you. I would have gone back with what worked.
Stecker again. So now they can't stop the clock, but the 2-minute warning will. It'll be third down and 12. And it will come down to Indy stopping them.
The things that he can do.
Unnecessary roughness. Number 67 of the offense. The foul is after the play. We will penalize 15 yards from the dead ball spot.
Kenyatta Walker.
That's a 2-minute warning.
Well, we're going to have to get a clarification from the field. He announced the 2-minute warning, and the clock shows 2:04. Third down and 27. And this is Stecker who takes it to the 50. So now it's fourth and very long, and now officially we come to the 2-minute warning. And well, that costs Indianapolis, even though it comes back and it gets re-kicked, 11 seconds. Because those seconds do count. You don't put those back on the board. Fourth and 16. And that's a fair catch at the 15 by Pyatt. So Manning now has to go 85 yards in 101 seconds. Indy from the 15. Incomplete, trying to set up the screen, nothing doing. Second and 10. Pressure. Caught. Seeking the first. Getting it. Troy Walters at the 27, and another penalty, you bet.
And that's the area that I was talking about, where you can hit this soft cover 2 defense in this situation. And once Peyton Manning, the ball is gone, and Warren Sapp just gives him a bump. He tries not to wrap him, but he knew what he was doing on that play.
Took the step, took the extra step from the 41. Manning deep and out in front, and catching it is Harrison. He's down to the 5-yard line. Tim Wansley stops him there. A ton of time now. They're inside the 5 without a timeout. First and goal, 52 yards to Harrison, who has come out of nowhere at the beginning of the game to catch 10 balls for 168 yards. At the 6, to the ground, to Williams. He's inside the 1. Second and goal.
I think the Colts want some clock. They want some time off this clock. Now they don't have to speed it up. They don't have to worry about sniping.
No, they can milk it. Williams, is he in? Flag. He's in, but there's a flag. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Thinks it's against Tampa Bay.
It is.
Defense, it's declined. The touchdown is good.
This is off the charts.
I think this is very, very close. Do you believe in miracles? I think we're getting close.
We're getting very close.
I'm not saying we're there, but this is amazing.
This against the Tampa Bay defense, down 21-0, down 35-14. Here is Vanderjagt for the point after to tie the game. It's a low snap, and getting it down was Hunter Smith to get the ball down and let Vanderjagt boot it through.
This Buck defense is a tired defense.
Now, if the Bucks return a kick for a touchdown for the first time in their history, it will be You Believe in Miracles. Fielded at the 8. Aaron Stecker. Still on his feet. Down he goes at the 33-yard line with 26 seconds.
The Bucks are spread out with an empty backfield, and Keyshawn Johnson isn't one of them.
He's on the bench at the moment. It's caught over the middle. Catch is made there by Dilger, and Tampa takes a timeout. They have 1 left and 20 ticks remaining on the clock. Just an amazing comeback First and 10 at the 44. And that's Jones, and he's going to get out of bounds after a very short gain up at the 48. And in fact, they're going to say he didn't get out of bounds. And thus Tampa Bay has to take a timeout. He tried to get out, and they said no. They kept winding the clock. Kick a field goal.
That's just when the fans also saw this one on the Jumbotron. The Colts only come in a 3-man rush. Now, does he get out of bounds? I would think you call that out of bounds.
I do too. Well, the knee goes down from that angle, maybe inbounds.
Well, again, it's where the ball is. I don't know. You're right. 1 knee equals 2 feet.
Yeah. Second down and 7 at the 47-yard line. So Johnson has to throw it to the outside to Dilger, and then he gets out of bounds at the 44. So now you're looking at a 61 or 2-yard field goal attempt on what would be, barring a penalty, the final play of regulation. Blocked. It is blocked. It will roll to a stop, and we will go to one of the more improbable overtimes in recent times.
All right, I've got heads and tails. Who's going to call it? Call it because tails. He calls tails. It is the heads. Tampa wants the ball.
Buccaneers get it to start OT.
Tampa's won the toss. Will receive.
Allstott has been out of the game. Aaron Stecker limped off, and they're down probably to Thomas Jones, as Reggie Barlow, instead of Stecker, is going to run the kickback from the goal line. He scored earlier on a pass from Brad Johnson, and he brings it up to the 30-yard line.
It's now the Buck offense against the Colt defense. The Colts have to stop it.
It's Thomas Jones as the running back and Jameel Cook as the fullback. Little rollout, toss to the near side, and it's Jameel Cook hit after a couple of yards by David Thornton. And Johnson's going to take off, but not very far, as Monte Raygor catches him from behind. So you have a third down.